Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of MBS-TV. This week we'll be discussing the Adobe Creative Cloud and what it means for you. Now, as we all know, Adobe has announced that it'll be moving all future users of its creative software to a subscription-based model called the Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, this new Creative Cloud brings with it some significant benefits, such as the ability to access the software from any Mac or PC with a single subscription using your Adobe ID. You will also get Adobe Creative Suite 6 at no extra charge, in addition to some interesting new cloud-based features that Adobe is offering, including cloud-based storage, cloud-based portfolio, and a cloud-based social networking system that allows creatives to keep in touch. So this is a monumental shift in the way that we've dealt with software from the past. Immediately, it should translate into a lower outlay of funds, as the initial subscription fee is significantly less than obviously purchasing the full value of the software as it was the case in the past. In addition, if you're an individual that keeps their software constantly up to date and always looking to upgrade to the next version of an Adobe product, this subscription-based model will actually save you dollars in the long run. Now, why is this? It's because you get complete access to all the updates that Adobe offers. So you're no longer paying for incremental updates or new versions of the software. Those are just part of your subscription-based service. So now let's take a look at the different offerings that Adobe has for the Creative Cloud. First up is the Creative Cloud single app. Now, this is intended for individuals that use one single Adobe app. So potentially maybe you use Adobe Photoshop only, or maybe you only use InDesign. So with this, you get access to that software in addition to all the Creative Cloud services that Adobe offers. So it is ideal for those people that just use one app. Now, economically speaking, if you use more than one app, then you want to go to the Adobe Creative Cloud Complete for Individuals. Now, this gives you access to all of Adobe's creative software in addition to its cloud-based services. Or perhaps you work as part of a collaborative environment. In that case, you want Adobe's Creative Cloud Complete for Teams. So this gives you everything that the individual account gives you, except it gives you increased storage capacity. So instead of 20 gigabytes that the individual account or the single app account gives you, this gives you 100 gigabytes per user. In addition, it also gives you 2 sessions of Adobe training with an Adobe expert per year, per user, or per license that you have. Now, what's special about the ability to manage license in the Adobe Creative Cloud for Teams? Now, what this means is if you're part of a team that maybe you're contracting work out to someone in California and you're located in New York, you can withdraw that license at the end of the project. So you can issue them the license at the beginning of the project, have them work on your project, then withdraw that license at the end. And that way you maintain complete control of your licenses, which in the long term will obviously save you money if you know where your licenses are. Now, all these versions of the Adobe Creative Cloud can be accessed from any computer at any time using your Adobe ID, which is pretty amazing. So naturally, the next question is, do I need an internet account or internet service to use the Adobe software? So the short answer is no. You don't need to have an internet account. However, you will not be able to use the cloud-based services without one. And the Adobe software must verify its subscription-based service status every 30 days. So if by chance you happen to be outside, let's say in the middle of the jungle, on assignment for 8 weeks, then it becomes imperative that before you travel, you contact Adobe Customer Care to make sure that your software will not become inoperable during your trip. Now, if your subscription service were to lapse for whatever reason, it would simply mean that your software would no longer open. It will not mean that any of your files or any of the content you've created will become inaccessible to you. So next week, what we'll do is we'll delve a little bit more in depth into the Creative Cloud offerings that Adobe has. So until next time, thank you for watching.